Okay. Is the screen visible now?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Anushka Mataji, you can do the pranam mantra.
Yes, Mataji. Shri Vaishnav Pranam Mantra. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे। जय राधा रास बिहारी राधा रास बिहारी राधे। जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान। सीता राम लक्ष्मण भक्त हनुमान। जय गौरनिताय।
गौरानिताय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय।
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव।
Okay, we'll do the Mangalacharya now.
Okay.
ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवान् श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो मध्याजी मां नमस्कुरु मामे वैश्यति दैवम् आत्मानं मत्परायण। Parabrahma Parandhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Majam Vipum Ahusvam Rishe Sarve Devashi Naradastata Asito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Pravishimi Sarvadharman Parityachya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Ma Suja Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno Yatra Partho Tanutara Tatra Shri Vijayo Bhute Dhruva Nitirmatirmama Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Welcome all you for the Sunday Bhagavad Gita classes. I hope my voice is okay. It is not very good. I hope you can understand, right, what I'm speaking.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes. Okay.
Hare.
So let us go to our slokas. Before that, we'll just quickly make the revision. So this battle of Kurukshetra is happening between the Pandavas and Kauravas. So Duryodhana was first observing the armies of Pandavas and he was trying to analyze the strength. And then Bhishma Dev, he blowed the conch shell announcing the war. And then the description of the Pandavas' army was also mentioned. Even they had 17 Maharathas. Although they were lesser in number, the Pandavas were only 7 Akshohinis, whereas the Gauravas were 11 Akshohinis. But still, the formation of the army, which Pandavas had, the Vyudam, it was so nice that it looked very challenging for Duryodhana. So Duryodhana adopted many diplomatic ways by which he was trying to motivate all the fighters who were in their side. So that was the first two division. The first division of the chapter is setting up the scene, sloka 1 and 2. And then 3 to 13 is Duryodhana's diplomacy, where we saw Duryodhana was analyzing the army strength of Pandavas and his own army. And then we went to the third part where it was Krishna, the Parthasarathi. So that was sloka number 14 to 20. And there was also signs of victory. We saw that there were many signs of victory. Would anybody like to recollect a few of them? Yes, Mataji?
Krishna's personal presence, the first.
Yes, that is one sign.
Second,
Goddess of fortune.
Yeah, Madhava, the goddess of fortune present there. Yes.
Symbol of Vishnu conch shell.
Yes, conch shell. Yeah.
Transcendental conch shell.
Yeah, Divyam. Yeah.
Bhishma's conch shell.
Yeah, Bhishma is not conch shell. Bhishma blowing the conch shell indicates that there was fear in the heart of Kauravas. So that was basically to cheer them up, which also shows that they were already in depressed stage. So people who are losers, they are the one who are basically depressed. Yeah.
Agnideva's chariot given to
Yeah, because Agnidev can go anywhere. Agni is very powerful. Even we saw recently in the Hollywood what happened. What did Agni do? Demolished all the entire Hollywood, right? So we know, and then
the last one is shattering of hearts.
shattering the hearts. And then one more is there.
Kapidvaja.
Kapidvaja, yeah.
Yes.
The flag had Hanuman in the flag. So, because Hanuman's presence also indicates victory. Hanuman was personally present in the Ram Leela, but here he is still assisting. Wherever Ram is there, Hanuman is there. And Ram and Krishna are one and the same. So here, Hanuman is assisting Krishna by sitting in the flag. So, and we saw the meeting between the Bhima and Hanuman and how Hanuman decided that. And one more thing Hanuman said, what did he say? He will also give his voice along with Bhima. So because when Hanuman voice and Bhima voice combined, what happened there in the war field? that shattered the hearts of Kauravas because it was too high. Okay, so with that, we saw the part of Krishna as the Parthasarathi, and then we are moving to the next division, which is Achyuta. So in the sloka number 21 and 22, we saw Senayor Ubayor Matye Ratham Stapaya Mechyuta Yavad Eda Nidiksheham Yodha Kaman Avasthitan Kairmaya Saga Yodhavyam Asmin Ranasamudhyame. So here, what is Arjuna telling Krishna? Senayor Ubayor Matye Ratham Stapaya Mechyuta. What did he say? Please place my chariot in between both the armies. Why did Arjuna want to be placed there? What was the reason for Arjuna to do that?
He wanted to see whom he had wanted to.
Who
who
all
is
want to
fighting with.
fight, because he didn't have any intention of fighting. He wants to know who are these people who really or had bent about fighting with me. So let me see them. So, and what is he doing? He's giving an order to Krishna. Ratam Stapaya Me Achyuta. He is giving an order. But we saw that Krishna is the controller. He is the master of all the world. Then because Arjuna is giving an order to Krishna, it appears that Arjuna is a controller and Krishna is being controlled. Right? Who is a chariot driver? Even if your car, you have a driver. So you will say the driver where he has to take you. It's not that he will decide where you want to go.
Yeah.
Right? So he is acting in a position of a servant here. But Krishna is the master of all the three worlds, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. But here he is acting as a menial servant, as a chariot driver. But therefore, Arjuna is addressing Krishna as Achyuta, which means infallible, one who does not fall down. Because in the material world, we, the conditioned jivas, we are all in a fallen down state. We are all in a material existence, in the fallen down state. Therefore, we are subjected to repeated birth, death, old age, and disease. Whereas Krishna's position is infallible. He is the one who cannot fall. Krishna is above the three modes of material nature. Therefore, he is addressing Krishna as Achyuta. You are infallible. Although you are acting as my chariot driver, that does not demean your position. You're above everything. So you're infallible. So that's how Arjuna is addressing Krishna as Achyuta. So previously, how did Arjuna address Krishna? In the previous slokas, Panchajanya, Rishikesha. So why did he address him as Rishikesha? Because he is the master of
all the senses.
Yeah. So when you are satisfying the senses of Krishna, your senses gets automatically satisfied. So here in Bhagavad Gita, we see that both Krishna and Arjuna, they are using many different names to address each other because they are great personalities. Great personalities are called by different names based on their qualities. So here Krishna was already addressed as Rishikesha, now as Achyuta. Similarly, Arjuna was also addressed as two names so far. One was Dhananjaya, because he accumulated a lot of wealth. And the second one more name he was addressed was Kapidvaja, because he had Hanuman in his flag. So that is called Kapidvaja, because Hanuman consented himself to become in the flag, to be seated in the flag of Arjuna. So therefore he got the name as Kapidvaja. So here Krishna is getting the name as Achyuta. So we will go to sloka number 23. So I think the 22nd sloka was clear why he was called as Achyuta. So 23, please repeat after me. Yotsyamana veksheham.
योत्स्यमानान् ये अवेक्षेऽहम्
Yayetra samagata.
ययेत्र समायागत
Dadarashtrasya durbuddhe.
दार्तदाजस्य दुर्वत्ते
Yuddhe priya chikishvasa.
युद्धै प्रियचिकीर्ष्व च
योद्धमानानवीक्षीतम्
योत्समानानवेक्षेत्यं
ययेत्र समागत
ययेत्तेऽत्र समागता
दादराशस्य दुर्बुद्धे
दातराश्रस्य दुर्बुद्धे
युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्षव
युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्षव
योत्स्यमानानवीक्षीतम्
योत्स्यमानानवेक्षेऽहं
ययेत्र समागत
ययेत्र समागातः
दातराष्ट्रस्य दुर्बुद्धे
दातमाश्रस्य दुर्बुद्धे
युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्ष्वस.
युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्ष्वर.
Okay. Uma Mataji, would you like to do Uma?
I'll try
Yes.
Mataji.
Yeah.
युक्समानान अवेक्षेऽहं
योत्स्यमानानवेक्षीहम्
याते यतेऽत्र सामगातः
ययेत्र समागत
दात्र शास्त्राय दुर्पत्ते
दादराष्ट्रस्य दुर्बुद्धे
युते सिक्किर्सः सव.
युद्धे प्रियचिकीर्षव. Yeah, the word to word meaning, the translation.
Yotsemanana, those who will be fighting. Aveksha, let me see. Aham, I, ye, who, ite, those, atra, here, samagata, assembled, datrayashtraya, for the son of Dhritarashtra, Durbetha, evil-minded, Yuthe, in the fight, Priya, well, Chikir Sava, that is wishing. Let me see those who have come here to fight, wishing to please the evil-minded son of Dhritarashtra. Purport, Mataji?
Yeah, please.
It was an open secret that Duryodhana wanted to usurp the kingdom of the Pandavas by evil plans in collaboration with his father Dhritarashtra. Therefore, all persons who have joined the side of the Duryodhana must have been birds of the same feather. Arjuna wanted to see them on the battlefield before the fight was begun, just to learn who they were, but he had no intention of proposing peace negotiations with them. It was also a fact that he wanted to see them to make an estimate of the strength which he had to face, although he was quite confident of victory because Krishna was sitting by his side. Hare Krishna.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swamiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namini. Namaste Saraswate Devi Kauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shoonyavadi Parshyata Desatarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. So here we can see in this verse that Dhritarashtra wanted to usurp the other's property. It is very clear. The intention of the Kauravas to fight this battlefield is because he wanted to take everything by himself. Even during the peace negotiation, Pandavas, they were just asking for 5 villages. So because they are Kshatriyas, the duty of Kshatriyas is to rule. A Kshatriya cannot do other duties. They cannot do business, or they cannot become a Brahmanas, or they cannot become Shudra. A Kshatriya, everybody has to work in their own position. So Krishna requested them to give at least 5 villages. But what did Duryodhana say? He will not even give a land which can hold the tip of the needle. So this was the very mischievous behavior of Dhritarashtra, which is seen. And especially a particular word is used to talk about the buddhi he has. What kind of buddhi he is having? Durbuddhi. Such an evil-minded. So in Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 18, text 20, 21, and 22, Krishna has described the people who are in the mode of goodness, how their buddhi will be, and people who are in the mode of passion, how their buddhi will be, And people who are in the mode of ignorance, how their buddhi will be. So I'll just go through that sloka a little bit so that we can understand how our intelligence work in 3 different modes of nature. So you can check the page number 708 and go to sloka number 20. You all have Bhagavad Gita book as it is, right, with you? So please go to the page number 708. I'm just reading the verse and the translation. Sarva bhuteshu yenaikam bhavam vyayami vikshate avibhaktam vibhakteshu tadnyanam vitti satvikam. That knowledge by which one undivided spiritual nature is seen in all living entities, though they are divided into innumerable forms, you should know to understand in the mode of goodness. So a person in the mode of goodness knows that everybody is a part and parcel of Krishna. Pandita Samadarshina. He sees the spirit soul, which is being a part and parcel of Krishna in all the living entity. That is why we call as Vasudeva Kudumbam. We are all in the family of Vasudeva because Krishna is our father, and every living entity, a person in the mode of goodness, sees as his own, as a part of Krishna himself. He does not differentiate between a dog or a human or a brahmana or a shudra or anyone. He sees basically all the living entities in the same way because each and every living entity is a spiritual spark of Krishna. Like Krishna says, Mamevamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. We are all his eternal part and parcels. So that is what a person in the mode of goodness sees. Now we will see a person who is in the mode of passion. How does he sees all the living entities? Prithakvena tu yajnanam nana bhavan prithakvitan veti sarveshu bhuteshu tajnanam vitti rajasam. So that person who is in the mode of passion, how his intelligence is, that knowledge by which one sees that every different body, there is a different type of living entity. You should understand that he is in the mode of passion. He sees that, okay, because this person is rich, so he is different. This person is poor, he is different. This person is white, so he is different. This person is black, he is different. This is a dog, so it's different. This is an ant, it's different. So who is basically seeing every living entity differently, not as a part and parcel of Krishna. They just see each and every living entity to be different. So generally in the material world, everybody says that you have to be passionate, live your dreams. What does that mean? Like you are very special by your own self. Your life is so important for yourself. Do you think
Mataji.
the material education, what kind of approach it is giving? The
Yeah,
education, the intelligence that is giving.
It is differentiating.
Differentiating and making you think that strongly that you're the body. It is augmenting the bodily concept of life. Like dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tata dehantara prapti dhirasatrana mukyate. Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, just as a soul, the same soul moves from childhood to boyhood to adulthood. Similarly, the soul leaves one body and takes another body. So our actual identity is we are the soul, we are not the body. But that material education, that intelligence, the mode of passion makes us to feel that we are different. So that is an intelligence in the mode of passion. Now the intelligence in the mode of ignorance, durbuddhi, exactly like what Dhritarashtra is having. Yat tu Krishna yat ekasmin karye saktam ahaitukam atasvarta badalpam cha tattamasam udahritam. And that knowledge by which one is attached to one kind of work as all in all without knowledge of the truth and which is very meager is said to be in the mode of darkness. So it is a person in the mode of ignorance. He behaves completely different from the person who is in the mode of goodness. For him, nothing matters. He doesn't know what is correct, what is wrong. Suppose you want to do some certain rituals or anything, what you should do. Have you seen in some villages and some places, they have a very different type of worship. They even worship the spirits, they worship the ghost, and even in Kali Puja. Even in the Shastras, for those people who are in the mode of ignorance, they're allowed to eat meat because that is their inclination, but they can only eat on one day of the month, that is Amavasya day. And to eat that one piece of the meat, they have to do lot of yajna, lot of sacrifice. Suppose to eat one piece of meat, they have to arrange a broge, they have to do so much of elaborate arrangements. If you want to eat meat according to the Shastras, if Shastra says they allow you to eat the meat, yes, they allow you to eat meat, but under various conditions. Not just eating when you want. Not that you just offer the goat whenever you want to Kali and you say that it is prasad. No, that is not there. These are the things where people in the mode of ignorance, they make their own concoctions of to just satisfy their own desires. But this is what a person in ignorance do. He does not follow the spiritual injection. He does this. मैं वही करता हूँ जो मेरा मन बोल रहा है. I will do whatever my mind says. But we have seen that mind is mostly our enemy. Mind cannot help us. Even during the day, during our own practice of bhakti, we see many times our mind is playing with us. Postponing things, saying that we will do this first and we will do that next. Is it? At least now that we have a sadhana report, some of us are doing so. We are at least mindful. Okay, I have to report in the sadhana, so let me finish my rounds. Correct? Are we trying to sometimes push ourselves? We are dictating our minds. We are trying to control our mind. Now, this is what I want to do. Unless we are able to control our minds, then mind will play its own trick on us. Correct? So in the initial days, for us doing one round itself was so difficult. Now, how are we easily able to do 4 rounds or 8 rounds or 16 rounds? Because we are able to dictate our mind that this is my priority and I have to do. So here, Dhritarashtra is especially, he is mentioned by as Durbuddhi. And in the Isha Upanishad, there is a mantra. The first mantra of Isha Upanishad say, Ishavashyam idam sarvam yat kincha jagat avyam jagat tena tyaktena bunjita magrati kasya viddanam. So this mantra says that you should only accept what is given to you. Don't encourage others' property. We are all given a quota. We as a human beings are given a particular quota, a particular place to live, a particular food to eat. So whatever is given to you, be content with that. Don't try to encourage others' property. That is what the first mantra of the Isha Upanishad says, that everything belongs to Krishna. Nothing belongs to us. Even the sun acts under the direction of Krishna. Otherwise, the sun moves in a particular orbit because the sun is following the order of Krishna. And without sunlight, can there be anything possible in this world? So basically, everything belongs to Krishna. Suppose you are hiring a carpenter to make a furniture. You're giving the materials and you're paying him, and he is the one who makes the furniture. And after finishing the job, he's taking it with him and going. Will you accept it? He says that I am the one who did it, which is true. Who gave the shape to the furniture? The carpenter. But who gave the resources to him?
Yeah.
So if the carpenter is saying that I made this beautiful furniture, it is my efforts, I will take and go, will we allow that? We wouldn't. But here we are taking everything that is belonging to Krishna and we say that it is mine. So is it the right approach that we are doing? So whatever Krishna gives us as a prasadam, we need to accept that. That is a Vedic injection because people are not educated that way. Everyone is wanting more and more and more. There's no satisfaction. In today's world, we see that people are not satisfied. They want things more and more and more. So how do you call the people of today's world in general who are in this mode? They are all having durbuddhi. They are not having proper intelligence. The Vedic culture is that you be satisfied with your position. There's no question of starving in any position of life. People are now talking about economic development, but according to the Shastras, it is not possible to develop your own economic position simply by endeavor. We see that many people are working very hard. A laborer works very hard than even Ambani. Just because a laborer is working very hard, does that mean that he is earning more than Ambani? Some of them are working for 16 hours to make their living. Just because of their hard endeavor, are they better off than others? No, because whatever is given to you, that will happen to you. So one should not make lot of endeavors just to improve your economic position. You're destined to have some position mixed with happiness and distress. That is the nature. We are all subjected to some amount of happiness and some amount of distress. Like sometimes we are happy and sometimes we are sad. Matra sparshastu kaunteya, shitosha sukha dukkhata. Sometimes there is heat and sometimes there is cold. So as the season keep changing, so similarly, happiness and distress, they keep changing. They are not the same. Sometimes you're happy now and next day you're not happy. Next day you're sad. So if you're sad, if you're not happy, that doesn't mean that you will remain unhappy forever. Following day, you will become happy, just like how the season changes. So whatever is given to us, we need to accept. There are 4 principles of human activity, purusharthas. Anybody know what are the 4 purusharthas? Dharma, artha, kama,
and moksha.
Moksha. Okay, dharma. So first thing starts with dharma. What does dharma means? Dharma means to abide by the order of the supreme. That is called dharma. Dharma doesn't mean that feeding the poor. Dharma doesn't mean that taking care of the schools or hospitals or anything. Dharma means abiding by the order of the supreme. Dharma tu sakshat bhagavad pranita. People do not know who is supreme. What is his order? So what kind of religion? They accept dharma as a religion, a faith, a superfluous faith only. But that is not religion. You cannot say that my dharma is this, your dharma is this, I do as per the dharma is only one. Dharma means abide to the law of the God. Like what is the dharma of the sugar? It's sweet.
Sweet.
Can there be a sugar that is bitter? You cannot say that my sugar is sweet, your sugar is bitter. No. So dharma means abiding by the laws of God. Every religion, they have their own law book. Is any religion saying them that this material world is so good, just stay here? All the religion is helping you to come out of this darkness of the material existence. So that's what Prabhupada said. It doesn't matter which religion you follow. Whatever religion you follow, abide to the religion as it is. Don't make modifications. Like in the last class we saw, what amendment Christians they made to their commandment. Thou dost not kill. What did they make it as?
Thou shalt not
murder.
Thou dost
Murder.
not murder. So is
Yeah.
this the right way of abiding to the law? No. So they are following the religion, but they are not following it properly. So the religion is good. Thou dost not kill is a very good commandment which Jesus Christ has given because he was God conscious and he was a sadhu also. And we saw that he exhibited the quality of titikshava and karunika. But people, the followers, they are not doing it properly. So how can you say that they are following the religion properly? So that's simple 3 words. What does religion means? Obedience to God. That's all. So we need to know God is the supreme proprietor. God is a maintainer. In the 5th chapter, Krishna said, Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Sugritam Sarvabhutanam Nyatmamam Shantim Richati. Everything belongs to him. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. He is the master of all the three worlds. Sugritam Sarvabhutanam. And he is a well-wisher of all the living entity. Nyatmamam Shantim Richati. One who knows this, they attain peace. So we need to know that we are predominated. We are not predominated. We are predominated. We are servant. We should remain obedient to God. That is religion. Even in the material world, we are always servant of somebody. In the job, we are servant of the boss. In the house, we are servant of many people. Even today, the children also, they give orders to us what we should do, isn't it? So everywhere we are acted as a servant. We are made to do, So Krishna says, instead of becoming, Prabhupada says, you have to anyway become servant of someone because that is our actual position. Jivera Swarupa hoy, Nityera Krishna Das. Dasa is our real position. But rather become the servant of Krishna. Be situated in your original constitutional position rather than becoming a servant of some dog or some cat. Even people who have the dogs, we become the servant of the dog also. We take the dog, we do all the service, everything. See, whomsoever we are serving, that means we are the servant. Simple thing. Service means we are the servant. So we are becoming servant of dog, we are becoming servants of nation, we are becoming servants of so many things in the world, community, this. So instead, become the servant of the God. Unfortunately, people in general do not know what is God. What is the command? What is religion? They do not know. They manufacture their own religion. We saw why today in India, people have lost the faith in religion today. Because there are so many manufactured religions, so many bogus gurus. Today they are cropping up and they talk so sensational and they speak about spirituality, but we are fools. We do not take the Shakshu, we have to see Shastra Shakshu, we have to see in the eyes of the Shastras, but because we do not know what is Shastra, so we are just going by our senses. Whomsoever is gratifying our senses, we hear to some guru and that guru says, do whatever you want. You just believe in God. You just do whatever you want, but you do this also. But Prabhupada never said that. Prabhupada spoke about the 4 regulative principles even in the very beginning, when for Americans, breaking the 4 regulative principles is their way of life. It is not, they don't even know that it is sinful. They eat meat as a staple food. And intoxication, most of them, they have liquor. Most of them have. Only thing is you just have to become 18 years of age. That's the only criteria that you're checked if you're 18 years old. Other than that, and illicit relation, it's free mixing of men and women is very much norms of the society. You're not even considered wrong. So very much every woman and every man, they don't get married. And even if they get married, they might have already been in relationship with many more people of the opposite gender because this is the way of life. And Prabhupada, he spoke about this 4 regulative principles to the Westerners because without becoming pure, without coming to the pure stage, one cannot obtain God because Krishna is all pure. If you see a crow, where do you see the crow? In a filthy place.
Right, yeah.
Where do you see the swan?
Clear water.
Clear water. Have you ever seen that crow and swans became friends and they are talking and they are having conversation, they are talking about life, anything? No, they cannot match with each other. So similarly, if we have crow-like mentality with all the dirty things, then how can we approach Krishna? Therefore, that purification is needed. Therefore, that regulative principle is needed. We just cannot do anything. Like I have some friends who are following some other paths, and they are big ashram, and that particular thing is very famous in West also now, because in West people like meditation, they like impersonalism, isn't it, Lekha Mataji? They all like yoga, they like impersonalism. These things are very charming to them because they want to enjoy the senses. So by meditating and by doing so, you can do it even better. Your body is more flexible, more energetic, so that you can enjoy your senses even better. That is what the actual goal of meditation is, to see the super soul within. Yoga means connecting with God. If it is not connecting with God, then it is not yoga. It is so-called exercise or gymnastics, because it is just helping you to, make your senses act better. So, because they do not know the simple process, they are called durbuddhi. Durbuddhi means not very intelligent. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has plainly said these people as muda. Namam Drishtitino Moda. He has spoken about 4 classes of miscreants who cannot take up into Krishna consciousness. Muda means rascal. He does not know his own interest. For example, Namam Drishtitino Moda, Prapadhyante Naradama. And there are some class of people like As. As is working the whole day. He's thinking that the gentleman washerman is giving me food. So he's working whole day. But he does not know that that food which his master is giving is available anywhere and everywhere. But he is thinking that, and he's working so hard. So karmis means what? Those who are doing a fruitive worker, those who are not doing bhakti, those who do not know that everything belongs to Krishna, those who cannot offer their work to Krishna, they are like that. They eat few chapatis. Maximum, how many chapatis a person can eat? 5, 6, or 7, or 8. But he works day and night. And Bhagavatam says such thing as Shrama eva hi kevalam. Only the hard work remains. Because any occupational duty that we are doing that is not related to Krishna, where you cannot link yourself with Krishna, and that occupational duty remains only as a labor. Only hard work remains, like the case of a donkey. Only hard work remains. Did he get anything special because he did that work? The same grass only he got. Did he get laddu or did he get gulab jamun or anything? No, he just got the same grass which he could get. So whether you are an Ambani or whether you are working in the street, you cannot eat more than a particular number of chapatis. So why do you work so hard? Even a prime minister today can become a dog in the next life, if he is having a dog-like mentality. So why are we so much attached to the current position of accumulating the name, fame, wealth, and other things, not understanding that who has given all those things to us? So don't waste your time. Utilize your time for understanding Krishna. That should be our business. But people will not accept. They think that if you ask them to come to Bhagavad Gita class, they will say, no, we don't have time. They think that 1 hour for them to attend the Bhagavad Gita classes, they have something more to do. They may think that I can do some business and I can earn some $100 or $1,000. Why should I spend my time in learning Bhagavad Gita? So that is called durbuddhi, which is not very intelligent, right? Many people, you're trying to bring them to Krishna consciousness. What do they say? What is the first thing that comes from their mouth?
You are mad.
Mad,
Or you
okay,
don't follow.
Mataji. And another thing, common excuse.
That they don't have time.
Don't have time.
That is the most common excuse, whether you
Don't
do
have time.
book distribution or whether you are calling them for program or class. The first thing that they said is, we don't have time. But what do you do with that time that you have? You're just wasting your time in watching some Netflix or watching some shorts or watching some YouTube. You see everybody today around you. 90% of the world is with the cell phone and with earphone. Have you not seen that? So even an excessive exposure to the earphone, what will happen to your ears? These young people who are using these earphones, who are 20 years, 15 years, constantly using for 8 hours, 10 hours, by 40 years, they are surely going to become deaf. It's undoubtedly because, it just have an impact in our eardrums, isn't it? The earphones do have impact, but we do not understand. We don't even have a basic understanding. Krishna is the second thing. The first thing is, even you consider yourself as the body, you do not know how to take care of your own body. So we call today's people as durbuddhi. So real intelligent person is he who is satisfied with what Krishna has given to them. If Krishna wants, he will give me more. He is totally dependent on Krishna. He is not making extra endeavors that I need to work hard so that I get promotion, so that I can earn more, so that I can preach more. No, Prabhupada himself said, when his Guru Maharaj gave him an order to print the books and to distribute in the West, Prabhupada thought that he first have to earn money. Without that, how can he print? Without that, how can he go to the West? So he did not take up the orders immediately. So he was very busy in his own work, and then he tried to establish a business also. Somehow, by Krishna's mercy, Prabhupada said it did not click well. So Prabhupada became he would have become even like a Birla. That's what he says in his talk. But he became almost like a pauper. He lost everything in that business. And then Krishna made him to realize, and he said, that was Krishna's mercy on me. Because Krishna took everything from me, so I completely surrendered to Krishna. But later on, when Prabhupada went to West, did he go with so much of money? Or did he go in an airplane? Or did he even go in a passenger ship? He just went in a cargo ship with a meager 40 rupees. And India was not even such a popular country that you can go to Forex and take an exchange of dollars also. Maybe those days it was $3 or $4. Today, 40 rupees will be half a dollar, Mataji, or less than that. So let me see with my eyes of Krishna. So what a Krishna conscious person does, he engages all the senses in Krishna's service. He engages his eyes in seeing Krishna. He engages his hands in cleaning the temple of Krishna. He engages his skills in dressing up the deity of Krishna. He uses his legs to walk to the Krishna's temple, and he uses his intelligence to understand Krishna and to write some literatures and to propagate Krishna consciousness. And he uses his tongue to taste Krishna prasadam. So everything a Krishna conscious person does, senses are there. Senses should be nourished because senses has some demands. You cannot just say no, no, no. For example, if somebody is fasting from sweet for 1 month, the next day, if you have to break the fast, we will indulge ourselves in eating probably 10 gulab jamuns. Isn't it? That 1 month austerity, just remind, like for example, in Kerala, there is a pilgrimage called Shabarimala. And people to go there, they take a lot of austerities. They sleep in the floor, they don't wear shoes, and they lead an austere life for 1 month or 40 days or for few period. And they will just finish the darshan and come. And when you just come down the hill, you will see that there are so many meat shops. So all the austerity which they had for a month and going and walking through the thorns, walking through the stones and everything. And just after the darshan, what do? They engage their senses to satisfy their tongue. So you cannot, so that is why Prabhupada said, Param Drishtva, Krishna said, Param Drishtva Nivartate. When you develop a higher taste, the lower taste will automatically go away. When you develop the taste to hear Krishna Katha, will you have the taste to watch the Netflix? Will you have the taste to watch some whatever Big Boss or Super Singer? I don't know what all going on in the TV, but whatever, we don't have the taste. We think if I have some time, let me listen to some Krishna Katha. Let me do some extra rounds of japa. Let me read some literatures. Let me cook something nice for Krishna. So we engage our senses in Krishna's service. So In Bhagavatam, there is a sloka, it is mentioned that tasyaiva heto prayateva kovida. Kovida means what? Intelligent, expert. It's a nice word given in Sanskrit called kovida. Who is an intelligent person? One who knows things as they are. That is called kovida. So one who is intelligent, he should try to achieve that thing which is not available. Na labhyate yat brahmatam uparyata. Which is not available even by wandering up and down. Brahma Bhuvanan Loka Punaravartino Jana. The living entity is wandering from the highest planet of Brahma Loka to the lowest planet. All the 14 planetary system, like going up and down in the lift. Sometimes we go up, sometimes we go down. We are wandering each and every place. We are thinking we don't find happiness here. Let's try to find happiness somewhere else. People who live in the village, they try to come to the town. They think by living in a town, they can have some better happiness. People who live in the town, they would like to go to metropolis cities. They would like to come to places like Mumbai. But how is the life in Mumbai? The life starts in local train and the life ends in local train. That is the life in Mumbai for most of them, isn't it? And even if you're taking your car, you will be in the road for 4 hours in a day, which is absolutely frustrating. So this is our life, but people are longing, and people who are living here, so many we will see that the educational institute from overseas comes to Bombay. Why? Because people think Mumbai is such a crowded place, it's not nice. So let me go somewhere outside and study. And they go to US. And people who are even, they obtain all the things, like Ambani kind of people, they have attained all material opulence. So what do? They do so many yajnas so that in next life, they can go to Swargaloka, even higher pleasure. Therefore, we are seeking for happiness one place to another, but nowhere there is happiness, because throughout the material world, the 4 defects are there. What are the defects? Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. At least Jara, Vyadhi is not there in the Swargaloka, but Janma and Mrityu is there. Jara Vyadhi is there only in the earthly planets. Jara Vyadhi is not there even in Patala Loka also. There also people enjoy with lot of senses. Why, have you seen the discotheques? They have those colorful lights. Where does this concept come from? In Patala Lok, there is no sunlight, doesn't reach. So the hood, the gems, the colorful gems of the hood of the snakes, they are the one which lit up the entire Patala Lok. And there they have so much variety of sense enjoyment. If you read Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto, the description of Patala Loka is also given. There is so much of enjoyment, unlimited enjoyment. But one defect is there. What is the defect? That you are subjected to death. Actually, the earthly planet is the only bhumi which is called Karma Bhumi. Only from earthly planets one can go to spiritual world. Otherwise, there's no possibility for one to go to spiritual world. Even if you're in Swargaloka, you have to come to the earthly planets. Even if you're in Patala Loka, you have to come up to the earthly planets, because this act as a platform for us to go to the spiritual world. And Shine Punya Matya Loke Vishanti. Krishna says, as soon as your punya is getting exhausted, then you have to come back to this material world. So sometimes we are elevated to a very high position, and sometimes we are degraded to become an insignificant creature like ants. And this is going on. In 14th chapter, Krishna said in Bhagavadgita, Urdhvam Gachanti Sattvatva. Means a person in the Sattva Guna, he go to upper planets. Madhye Tishtanti Rajasa, a person who is in the mode of passion, he remains in the earthly planets. Madhye, in the middle planets, is the earthly planets. Adho Gacchati Tamasa. And people who are in the mode of ignorance, where do they go? They go to the lower planets, to the hellish planet. Adho Gachanti Tamasa. So those people who are having Brahminical qualities, as mentioned by Krishna in the chapter 18 in Bhagavad Gita, Shamodamas tapas saucham shantir arjavam evacha jnana vijnana sahitam brahma karma swabhavacham. Like qualities like peacefulness, austerity, purity, patience, integrity, knowledge, wisdom. These are all the intrinsic qualities of a Brahmana. So those people who are in the Sattva Guna, they are understood to be in a Brahminical quality. So those people, even if you're a Brahmana, if you have all the Sattva Guna, you will still go only to the higher planetary system. Urdhvam Gachanti. You will go to higher planet. But a Vaishnava is even above a Brahmana, because a Vaishnava knows that Krishna is a supreme personality of Godhead, and his goal is simply to go back to Krishna and go back to whom? Go back to Godhead. It is not very difficult, like how people are endeavoring from here to go to different places. So similarly, it is very much possible to go to Goloka Vrindavan. For that also Krishna has said in Bhagavad Gita, Janma Karma Chame Divyam Yevam Yoveti Tyaktvata Tyaktva Punarjanma Naiti Mam Eti Sorjuna. Just by trying to understand Krishna's birth and his pastimes, truly, not vaguely, people talk so many Krishna kathas which they heard from unauthorized sources. No, here Krishna Katha from authorized sources. Here Krishna Katha from Bhagavad Gita. Here Krishna Katha from Srimad Bhagavatam. Not only Srimad Bhagavatam as it is, Srimad Bhagavatam by a pure devotee, not Srimad Bhagavatam written by any other devotee. Bhagavad Gita by a pure devotee coming through the parampara. Then you will be able to go back to Krishna. Tyaktva deham. Upon leaving the body, punarjanmana vidyate. You will not take birth again. So everybody has a concept of God, but people have problem to accept Krishna as a God. Have you all come across this when you're trying to preach Krishna consciousness? That they don't accept Krishna as a God, as supreme God? Yes, but we are not saying this. This is a Shastra is saying that. Parabrahma Parandama Pavitram Parambam Baban Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adidevam Ajam Vibhum Ahuswam Rishaya Sarve Devarshi Naradasata. Who all said he is a supreme Lord? All the great sages, Narada, Devarshi, Vyasa, Asita, they all confirm that Krishna is a supreme Lord. Vedesha Sarvair Ahameva Vedyo Vedanta Kritveda Videva Chaham. Krishna himself says that I am the compiler of Vedas. I am the person behind all the Vedas. He himself says, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Matta Sarva Pravartate. He says that I am the supreme. And but still, we do not want to accept the truth. So whose fault it is? Even the very first sloka of Srimad Bhagavatam, Janmadhyasya yatonvayat itaratar charteva vignaswarat. He says that everything is emanated from him only. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye. He is the one who imparted this knowledge of Vedas to Brahma. Otherwise, Brahma was blank. When he just came out of the lotus stem of Krishna's abdomen of this Karnodakshayani Vishnu, Garbhodakshayani Vishnu, he didn't know. He was totally blank. He could not see anything. Then he just heard the word tapa, tapa, and he meditated on that word for 1,000 celestial years. And then Krishna implanted that knowledge of Vedas to Brahma. So we can understand that some austerity is needed for us if we are looking for Krishna. But what is that austerity which is required in Kali Yuga? Very simple austerities. What is that? Just chant the holy names. Just chant the holy names and follow simple austerity like following the Ekadashi. Once in 15 days. That too, we are not asked to starve. We are just only asked to refrain from grains. We have so many things to eat other than grains also, right? Fruits are there, milk is there. We have many other Ekadashi things like Sama, like Sabudana, and so many varieties of food is there. So eat it, but at least refrain from grains. Little bit of austerities. Wake up early in the morning, in the Brahma Muhurta time. Chant Krishna's name, do Mangalarti. So these are the simple austerities which are demanded from us so that we can easily go to Krishna. Imagine in the Satya Yuga, how much of tapasya was doing. It was said that Valmiki, how long did he meditate? Anybody knows that? The Shastra says that Valmiki meditated like some 60,000 years. With Rama, 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 no? He meditated for so long. So even though the other yugas are more conducive to devotion, the vices were less, but the demands were also more. That's why in Kali Yuga, Kale Doshev Nide Rajan, Asti Eko Mahan Guna. Kali Yuga is full of faults. We know that everything is faulty here. But Asti Eko Mahan Guna, there is one good quality. What is that good quality? Kirtanadasya Krishnasya. By performing Krishna Kirtan, Mukta Sangha Param Vrajit. One can easily obtain liberation just by performing Krishna Kirtan. So, Misumedasa, Durbuddhi. So, a person who is opposite to Durbuddhi is Subuddhi or Medasa, intelligent. What does an intelligent person does? Yajnai Sankirtana Praye Sumedasa. So in Kali Yuga, an intelligent person does Sankirtana Yajna. That is your real intelligence. So Prabhupada said, is there any difficulty to understand Krishna? There is no difficulty. But because we are so conditioned, because we want to be the masters, we do not want to become the servant of Krishna. So we don't want to understand Krishna. Therefore, we got so many gods manufactured, and that is called Durbuddhi, miscreant, rascal. So therefore, it is very important for us, people like us who are following this process of Bhakti Yoga, who are following the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, try to present the Bhagavad Gita as it is to your friends and relatives. At least let them not understand Krishna, let them not. But at least there are so many guidance given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. If there is an incarnation of the Lord, it is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam when the incarnation will happen, where it will happen, to whom it will happen. For example, Bhagavatam is written 5,000 years back. When did Lord Buddha appear? Some 2,500 years back. Roughly, approximately. So when Bhagavatam was written, Buddha did not appear. But in Bhagavatam, there is a mention of Buddha avatar. Where Buddha will be born, which province he will be born, to whom he will be born. And everything as written in Bhagavatam is the place where Buddha came. So today people call themselves as God. They call themselves as an incarnation. So should we believe them when they say themselves as an incarnation? We shouldn't. Shastra Shakshu, we have to see in the eyes of the scriptures. If there is an incarnation, even now the last avatar, Kalki avatar, is also given. Where Kalki will appear, in which village, to which parents Kalki will appear, it is mentioned. But we saw a few years back, I don't know, in the north, in the south, there was one avatar who was very popular called Kalki avatar. One man, he called himself to be the Kalki avatar. And he fooled so many people and so many this thing. And somehow by Krishna's mercy, he was caught by the Andhra police and he was put in the prison. So today we have so many manufactured God. So please don't go with the manufactured God. Go with the God where Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, in Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Namam Drishtitino Mudha, the foolish, the miscreants who are grossly foolish, like an ass, foolish. It can get the grass anywhere, but still it works very hard to a master, who are lowest among the mankind, Naradama. We saw that there are 84 lakh species of life. Of the 84 lakh, there are 4 lakh human beings. Can you comprehend this? How can there be 4 lakh human species? Why is the discrimination of 4 lakh species? On what basis? Why do we say that there are 4 lakh human species? Anybody can try to answer this?
Is it on the level of consciousness?
Yes, exactly. It's on the level of consciousness. We have 4 lakh living entity, and on civilization, uncivilized and civilized. So therefore, there are different living entities, and they are called the lowest of mankind. They cannot understand. Whose knowledge is stolen by illusion? Scientists. Their knowledge is completely stolen by illusion. They say there is a theory called Big Bang theory. Something bursted, and from zero volume and from zero gravity, and then the entire, from the bursting, a beautiful planet like Earth emerged and so many things came. But we have seen in the material world, by destroying anything, nothing good comes. When 9/11 incidents, when the Twin Towers was being demolished by the airplane, was there a very beautiful chunk, one beautiful room of the 9/11 came and it is seated somewhere in the New York City? There were so many big offices, right, in that building. So at least one building, one floor must have beautifully come out and must have seated somewhere in Manhattan. But it is not seated, right? So this is the foolish thing, because their knowledge is stolen by illusion. Darwin's theory says that life comes from matter. And he says life comes from monkey. And Prabhupada said, maybe Darwin, you must have come, your ancestors must have been monkey, not my ancestors. As a joke, he said. Maybe Darwin's grandparents, ancestors were from monkeys. We are not from monkeys, because different species of life is always existing, even as a theory of evolution. If one species have advanced, then the other species should have wiped out. If monkeys became human beings, then the monkeys should not be existent, because they evolved. After evolution, how can the other species also exist? So it is all, the science is just, kind of fooling us in many things. So, and who partake? Atheist nature. We know some people are atheists. They just say that they don't believe in God. So human life is meant to understand Radha and Krishna. Narottama Das Thakura has made a beautiful bhajan. Hari Hari Bifale Janma Goinino, Manushya Janma Paya, Radha Krishna Na Bajiya, Janiya Shuniya Visha Kaino. O Lord Hari, I have spent my life uselessly, having obtained a human birth and have not worshipped Radha and Krishna. I have knowingly drunk poison. So, knowingly, we know this is the path. One should worship Radha and Krishna. You know something and you do not know, and you do not do that. What does that mean? We are drinking the poison knowingly. Poison means what? Ending up our life. So instead of going back to Krishna, instead of taking the opportunity of going back to Krishna, going back to the spiritual world after coming across, after crossing the 80 lakh species of life and now taking a form of a human being, and we are not worshipping Radha and Krishna, means we are knowingly drinking the poison. So one becomes, and Prabhupada said, one becomes liberated simply trying to know him, not even worshipping him. Prabhupada said, just try to understand Krishna. You may not even understand, even try, make some efforts to understand Krishna. You don't even have to worship, but just make some efforts. Try to read Bhagavadgita. Try to read Srimad Bhagavatam. Make an effort. You may not understand everything, but try, make an effort. Even if it is not perfect, even if it is imperfect, because a jiva is endeavoring to understand Krishna, he is pleased with, he can please Krishna, and Krishna is very pleased by himself. So that is why Krishna came himself in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna cannot understand himself. Krishna cannot understand why he is so special. Why is Radharani is so much behind Krishna? Why are the gopis so much behind? So he came himself in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so that he can understand in the bow of Radharani why he is so special. Ananta, with 1,000 hoods, he has been describing Krishna since time immemorial. But still with 1,000 hoods, he says that he could not glorify Krishna sufficiently. So there is no question of understanding Krishna completely. Nobody can understand Krishna completely. But still, one should try to understand Krishna. Whatever at least Krishna says in scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, at least to that level, one should try to understand Krishna. If one is trying to understand these two scriptures, then one is fit to go back home, back to Godhead. Like Krishna said, Janma karma chame divyam, evam yoveti tyaktata, tyaktva deham punarjanma, naiti mam eti sorjuna. And Krishna also said that, Manushyanam sahasreshu kashin yatati siddhaye, yatatam api siddhanam kashin mam veti tatvata. Only 1 in 1,000 can understand me to some extent. Even among them, only one can understand perfectly. That means, according to Krishna's ratio, only 1 in million can understand Krishna to perfection. So therefore, it is very difficult to understand Krishna. Even the Siddhas, they cannot understand Krishna perfectly. For example, we saw that in the previous classes, there are three stages of realization. What are the three stages of realization? Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So the Jnanis, they can only understand Krishna up to the Brahman stage, the partial stage of realization, where they can only understand the Sat feature. Krishna is Sat Chit Ananda Vigraha. Sat Chit or Anand. They can only understand the Sat portion of Krishna, which is eternity. And the next stage of transcendentalists, who are Ashtanga yogis, they can understand, who can see Krishna as Paramatma, they can understand the two features, Sat and Chit, eternity and knowledge. But the highest stage of realization of God, or the complete realization of the God, is by which stage? By understanding that He is Bhagavan. He is the personality of God Himself. So there you get Sat, Chit or Ananda. Ananda means bliss. A devotee is the one who obtains bliss. Jnanis and yogis, they may not obtain the bliss. Even the yogi, after many years of tapasya, he can only see the tip of the toenail of the Lord. He cannot have access more than that. But a devotee can see Krishna face to face. Anandamayo bhyasa. We are all searching for Ananda, but we do not know where to get the bliss. Therefore, we are trying to get the bliss in the material world by unnecessary engagements. We are trying so many ways in which we can get pleasure, but this is not Ananda. Anandya means Satyananda, knowing the real pleasure. Real pleasure is knowing Krishna as a Bhagavan and becoming a servant of Krishna. Jivera Swarupa Hoy, Krishnera Nityada. So whatever pleasure we get in the material world is flickering happiness. It is not the real happiness. It's a temporary happiness. That is not Ananda. Ananda means exchange with Supreme Brahman. Brahma Saukyam Anantam. That is unlimited Ananda. Therefore, those who are Bhakti yogis, there are different types of thing that they can enjoy. They can enjoy with Krishna in many different ways. So the cowherd boys, they enjoy with Krishna by playing with him. Like devotees like Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj and Gopas, elderly Gopas, they enjoy with Krishna in the parental love. And there are some persons, some devotees who are serving Krishna in the form of servant and Shantarasa, like the trees, the water, and the grass in Vrindavan. They are all serving Krishna in a neutral position. So everybody is serving Krishna in some way or the other. So that is how a devotee directly connects with Krishna. He is engaged in his pastime in one of the five rasas, as Madhurya rasa with Gopas, with the gopis, he exchanges Madhurya Rasa, and with Gopa, Sakya Rasa as a friend, and Vatsalya Rasa with his parents, Dasya Rasa and Shanta Rasa. And this is how Krishna exchanged and in Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami said, these people who became the associates of Krishna as Gopas and Gopis, who are they? They have done Krita Punya Punja. Those boys who are playing with Krishna, they are not ordinary boys. They have amassed the effect of the pious activity for millions and trillions of lifetimes. Then they are allowed to participate in the Krishna's pastime and be with him directly associated as a friend. So Krishna is anxious to take back. So why are we wasting the time in economic development? What does the economic development can do to us? We cannot get more than what is destined to us. Everybody, what do they look for? Janmaishwarya Sruta Sribir Yedamana Madapuvan. In Kunti prayers, Kunti Maharani says, in the material world, Janma, Aishwarya, people want an opulent birth. And they wanted beautiful features. And they want riches. And they want high education. So these are all considered to be the pious thing, right? If somebody has done a lot of piety, they are born in a rich family. They are having a beautiful face. they are given, they are very highly educated, but these are all the effect of pious activity. Again, by doing the pious activity, whatever we get is only temporary benefits that will not help us to go back to Krishna. Therefore, whatever we should do is, we should do things that are above the pious activity, which is bhakti karma. Like once, Lekha Mataji, you are asking the question. So what is wrong in, helping an orphanage or doing something? Even they need the help. Yes, but how do you help them? Are you just helping their body because they got a body of an orphanage? They did not accumulate proper karma. So in this life, they are not given so much of facilities as we are given. Or we want them to go back to Krishna. We want them to give permanent happiness. What would you like to give? Like if a person is drowning in the pool, let's see, and he's wearing a very expensive dress, like Armani coat and other thing he's wearing. So will we try to think, okay, this person is wearing Armani suit, which costs like $2,000, $3,000. So let me just try to remove the coat and we leave that soul. We do not do that because soul is an integral part. So similarly, all the material activity that we are doing for the body is just like saving the coat of a drowning person, saving the dress of a drowning person, but you are not actually saving the person. So everybody can become Krishna conscious. Rich can become, poor can become, black can become, white can become. What does Krishna ask? Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Offer me leaf, fruit, flowers, or water. Just by giving this simple offering, yome bhaktataham bhakti upakritam ashnami prayatatmana. He says that just by doing this activity, I will accept it. It may be even a small offering. And it is said that eko bahunam yo vidatati kaman. So, like a master, he got many servants, but he is taking care of everyone. There is one master who is taking care of everyone's needs. So similarly, Krishna is a supreme master. Eko bahuna yo vidatati kaman. He is one supreme proprietor who supplies food for everyone. So we don't want to ask Krishna, give me your daily bread. He will give it. What we should try to do is we should try to become a faithful servant of Krishna. Jivera Swarupa Hoy Nityera Krishnadas. Understand our constitutional position and become a faithful servant. So God has given many things. Everybody has got their own talent. Whatever skills you have, use this skill to serve Krishna. Because I have taken so many life after life, I have been forgetting Krishna. That is why I have taken so many lifetimes. So this lifetime, let me dedicate to Krishna. And this is Krishna consciousness, not letting the life go uselessly like cats and dogs. Prabhupada very commonly use this word. Don't live a life like cats and dogs. Try to utilize this for Krishna consciousness. So this is a verse which talks about durbuddhi and how we can use our buddhi in a proper way. So I know I just took only one of the verse, but I thought it was very important to understand properly about what we are doing and took little more time to explain about this. I hope everything is clear. Any questions, any doubts, or any realizations?
So I just have a quick doubt, Mataji, that is about the levels of realization of God.
Yeah.
So what is the one that comes in between Bhagavan and Brahman?
Brahma, Paramatma realization. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti, Sabhyati.
Okay,
so first
Brahma,
stage of realization is Brahman. The effulgence of the Krishna. The Krishna is present everywhere. Then Paramatma. He is not even present. Yes, he is present everywhere, but he is also localized in the heart of all the living entity as Paramatma. And then the final or the complete stage of realization is Bhagavan. But when there is Bhagavan, the other state is already there. When there is a sun, we know that there is a sun disk. We know that there is a sunlight. So Bhagavan's stage has the others to state within. Like, for example, if somebody is studying 10th grade, it is understood that that person must have studied till 9th grade. You will not ask, okay, now you are in 10th grade. Did you do your 5th grade? it is a useless question because it is understood. So the person who has understood Krishna as a Bhagavan, who is a personality of Godhead, that is a complete stage. And with that stage, we can render Krishna. Unless otherwise we know him as a person, how will you render the service? You cannot render service to the energy. You have to render service to the person. So similarly, that's the highest stage of realization which a devotee does, a bhakta does. And get ananda, bliss, that Satchit Ananda, the three aspects of the God, that Ananda portion is got only in the stage where a devotee realizes him as Bhagavan himself. Otherwise, only the jnanis can only understand eternity portion, and the yogis can understand up to Paramatma portion. He is there in each and every living entity. But a bhakta can understand him that he is a personality of Godhead himself. That's why the gopas and gopis, they are all having a lot of fun in this with Krishna. Today we are slogging very hard. Children are all suffering. They do not know what to do because with artificial intelligence and everything, jobs are getting narrow and narrow. They are subjected to so much of stress. Even after working, people are studying in UK, US. They are not getting job, coming back to India and doing a job for 50,000. You are spending 2 to 3 crores in studying. Even a little bit of intelligence materially use. Even if you put in FD, you will get at least 1.5 lakhs, by which you can lead a peaceful, simple, happy life. Isn't it? You can do bhakti, you will have some money. You had some money, that's why you went all the way to study, right? Or you take loans, you further get entangled. But at least use it in Krishna's service. Why do you spend so much money? And we do not know. Today something is trending. Tomorrow what will happen? Nobody knows. So this is material existence. Sometime there was all these economic boom was there. So everybody got into some good positions. Like especially our generation people. We are all like in that economic boom, global this thing. So we all, something by Krishna's mercy, we are all there. But it's getting much harder to current generations. It's not easy. So these things will keep going on. Like Prabhupada said, happiness and distress will keep coming. But one should utilize the life. Like if you do not worship Radha and Krishna, that means knowingly you're drinking the poison. So please don't drink the poison. Take Krishna Prasadam and chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And every day, please try to read little bit of Prabhupada's book. At least spend some 15 to 20 minutes to read Prabhupada's book. He has taken so many efforts to explain this philosophy to us. And reading from a pure devotee, we get purified. So let us use our life fruitfully in Krishna consciousness, using all the skills that we have in Krishna's service. Okay, Matajis, any other questions, Matajis? All clear?
Tanusha Mataji,
Yeah.
what was the connection between this shloka to what we did from the three other shlokas of
So
it?
here it is clearly mentioned that Durbuddhi, Dhritarashtra's Durbuddhi. Because of his Durbuddhi, this war is happening.
Okay.
So that is the thing. It is just mentioned, we saw this purport was only 3-4 lines. But here we try to explain what is actual Durbuddhi means. We went elaborate to understand this word Durbuddhi. Okay. Who are the people in Durbuddhi and how can we use it in this thing? So we went deeper in this topic on Durbuddhi to understand the Buddhi. But the thing is, it is that the entire war has happened because of the Durbuddhi of Dhritarashtra.
Correct.
If he had a good Buddhi, this war would have been evaded. Arjuna was very perplexed because he didn't want to fight. We will see in the coming slokas, from sloka number 28 onwards, we will see how Arjuna was perplexed. He didn't want to fight because this all happened because of Dhritarashtra's Durbuddhi. So, okay. And not only Dhritarashtra is Durbuddhi, even in this material world, we see many people who are with Durbuddhi. So how do we make that Buddhi into proper intelligence? Like Narottama Das Thakur says, Janiya Suniya Vishaya. We are taking knowingly, we are taking poison. If we are not taking to Krishna Bhakti, knowingly we are taking poison. So such is our condition. Our human life is meant for serving Radha and Krishna. How do we serve them? By chanting the holy names. Simple process. Honor the prashadam. Follow little, small austerities. And then that's all. And then you're going back home. What is the difficulty? But people don't want to do, because why? Because the intelligence is durbuddhi. So many manufactured religion, so many manufactured thoughts. Many people you see, many so-called gods you see, you ask them the source of them. They don't know. We don't take the names of the people, but you know that even within Maharashtra, there are so many places where people go like a pilgrimage. What is the source? If somebody is asking what is the source of Krishna, we have verses and verses. We have thousands of verses to show that he is a supreme Lord. We are not saying by ourselves. We have Shastras to say that. But you say your person is a God, give us evidence. Where is it written? Where is it written in Srimad Bhagavatam that you are a God? Give evidence. We can ask them. And they are supposed to answer for that question. Because we are not properly educated. So we are accepting anyone and everyone as God. So these are the things we are accepting. Like a guru. So-called, so many gurus out there. You ask them who is their guru, they don't have any guru. A guru should come in parampara. It is clearly stated in Bhagavadgita. Evam parampara pratim imam rajashayo vidu. Sakalanega mahata yogo brashta parantapa. So this knowledge is coming through parampara. If it is not coming through parampara, somewhere the link gets broken. Therefore, Krishna has to re-say this to Arjuna. Initially, he gave Bhagavad Gita to Vivaswan, the sun god, but it got broken. So he needs to re-establish. So these are simple things, not just going by the mystic power of some person. Anybody can get mystic power, but people don't use it. Prabhupada had so much of siddhis, but never a single time he used that. He could foresee Juhu to be the most visited temple by people of Bombay. During that time when Prabhupada was constructing this Juhu temple, so many fights. There is a big book called I Will Build You a Temple. So many fights, so many tribulations they had. And Juhu was not a prime area that time, 1970s. It was like a remote area where there were so many mosquitoes and other, slums, how it will be. And Prabhupada could foresee that this is going to be the most visited thing. Like, I don't know, some of them said they tried to go in the new year, they couldn't even get inside. So it has become the temple. Now Kargar is gone. Can you see that we are hearing that so many people are going? So this is a vision of Prabhupada. And he's pure. So we have to, this is the age of golden age of Kali because Mahaprabhu came. And we are even more sheltered by Prabhupada. So we should make use of this golden period that we have. That's what Prabhupada said, this very lifetime. Finish off the business in one lifetime. Don't make it go on and on. Yes, Neha Bikramanasasi Pratyavayona Vidyate. Whatever the thing you did, everything will remain with you. But don't go half done. We do not know again when you come back how bad the world becomes. Better finish off in one lifetime. Don't be happy with whatever little thing you do. Do things what Krishna is expecting you to do. What Prabhupada is expecting you to do. Try to have that as a goal. Make a goal that what is expected out of you and try to reach that. Make a step-by-step incremental change so that we come to that stage where we can approach Krishna, where we become purified and where we are all set to go back to Krishna. Okay, so that is why we explain so much about this durbuddhi and how to use our buddhi in proper intelligence. Proper intelligence means using our intelligence in Krishna consciousness. That is a proper intelligence. Improper intelligence means wasting your time from not taking up Krishna consciousness, but not reading the Shastras. This is durbuddhi because you do not know. You are thinking yourself to be a body. And once you die, you do not know which body you will take. Even a prime minister can become a dog in next life. So where will you go next? In this life, we are planning our future. Right now, we know after 10 years where I should be, where my child should be. We are making so many plans. But we are the soul. Our soul is eternal. So we should also know where will we go after leaving this body. That's the thing. So, and Krishna has given, instead of going to heavenly planets, like how you're trying, come back to me. Because yadgatvana nivartante taddama paramam mama. It is a one-way traffic. You go to Krishna's planet, you're not coming back. But you go to heavenly planet, you're going to come back again. So don't go to such place, which is again temporary. It may be for a longer period of time, but that is also temporary. Permanent happiness is only in the spiritual world. Vaikuntha, a place where there is no misery. And the topmost planet in Vaikuntha is Goloka Vrindavan, where one can be with Krishna himself and exchange one of the 5 rasas. Okay, Ataji, is it clear?
Yeah.
So do you think I have taken more of other topics, or is it inclined?
Yeah, now that yeah, I was thinking maybe we could have gone ahead with the shlokas if this was this. But okay, I am going to hear it again to make it a context, because I really was lost in between
Okay.
that where we are going in the.
No, I was mainly talking about Durbuddhi, about
No, I
buddhi, the
understood now.
intelligence.
Yes, I understood
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah.
as I said, I am going to revisit the recording and
Yeah.
make it
Anybody
connect.
else feels that we went off thing? I think I was trying to stick on to the topic, but only thing is we went little more deeper in this topic rather than just going on, because to understand that how important is for us to take up Krishna consciousness, to understand the need. So I thought we need to go a little further to re-emphasize. Is it okay, Mataji? Is it fine? I'm sorry if you felt that
No,
it was not a
of course not.
deviation.
No, you don't apologize.
Yeah.
I only got lost in between.
Yeah.
And so I did not want to interrupt in between because you were in the flow. As I
Okay.
said, I'm going to revisit the recording and come back, make a connect to it.
This is just
In case
going
if I have
deeper.
more doubts, I will write it.
No, nothing here. It is mainly talking about the intelligence. What is the intelligence in ignorance, durbuddhi, and how subuddhi? How can we use our intelligence properly? So we went little more ahead. Yes, see, Gita can be learnt in any way. Some of them can do 7, 8 slokas also one day. We can go through, but I am thinking that our thing is to become Krishna conscious. We are reading the literature so that we become devotees of Krishna.
Yes.
So that is why we are taking so much of time, so that we all know that Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati, only by devotion one can obtain Krishna. So if you're increasing your devotion quotient of chanting and offering, then your own absorption of Bhagavad Gita would be very good. Because Jnanam is knowledge. Everybody is getting knowledge. Vijnanam is how do you apply the knowledge? So this application of Vijnana becomes better because there is just no use of knowledge. You have the knowledge, but you don't apply it. Then what is the use of that knowledge? Somebody has read Bhagavad Gita. He has even done a thesis in PhD in Bhagavad Gita. And during his party of celebrating his doctorate, he was serving chicken. So where is the application of knowledge? Did Krishna said any time that he will accept whatever you want? He said clearly, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. I only accept this offering. So where is the application? So that is the thing. It's not about reading Bhagavad Gita, understanding, just taking up the knowledge or doing PhD. It's about applying the teachings of Krishna in our day-to-day life through the medium of Srila Prabhupada, because he is our Acharya. He has given us the Bhagavad Gita as it is so that we can understand. And whatever I'm doing is all taken from various books and lectures of Prabhupada. I am not doing it on my own concoctions. Everything is from Prabhupada's lectures and other things, which I am just repeating. So, because we are just supposed to repeat what is given in the parampara. We are not supposed to manufacture our own ideas. Yes, simple examples we can give on a day-to-day life, like we talk. That is okay, but we cannot manufacture any philosophy. So we only go with whatever is written in Prabhupada's books and whatever is spoken by Prabhupada and his bona fide disciples. So all the classes that I'm doing is only based on those things, not on anything what I think is correct or anything.
Okay.
I'm just repeating the words of the acharyas. I think Narsimha prayers is okay, or is it getting late? We will do it now as a part of the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody would like to do, Mataji? Would you like to do, Shweta Mataji?
No, I haven't still done it.
Anybody else would like to do? Try?
Mataji, I can try.
Yeah, please, please. I wanted you all to, get into this. Try everything. Try Narsimha prayers. Try the Pranam Mantra. Try the Mangalacharan. And I'm Shweta Mataji. I'm glad that you are trying to put your efforts to learn Mangalacharan through your sadhana report. So everybody try to please recite Mangalacharan on a daily basis, because you are directly paying obeisances to all the acharyas in the parampara. So this is my humble request. Please try to do Mangalacharan every day, even when there is no class. Yes, Mataji, you can
Mataji,
start.
this Mangalacharan, is there a recording or some reciting of the
No,
audio?
this Om Ajnanatimirandasya we do. No, I have also
Okay.
once given the recording of the Mangalacharan.
Okay, let me just check that. I'll
You
check
can
that.
see in the group, I have given the voice recording. It's very nice because we are offering prayers to all the gurus, and to Krishna and to Radha, to everybody. So it's a proper way of acquiring knowledge is obedience to Guru. We should be obedient to Guru. That is a proper way. Obedient to Krishna, the medium is Guru. So if we have to be obedient to Krishna, then we have to be obedient to Guru also. That Guru is a proper representative of Krishna. Again, the word Guru, we should be very careful. We cannot say if somebody calls themselves as a Guru, please don't accept them as a Guru, because there are so many bogus gurus. That's why I'm taking some time to warn about these bogus gurus, and please stick on to the parampara. Okay, Mataji, please start.
Namaste Narasimhaya Prahaladatadatayine Hiranyakashipu Shilatanganakalaye
Hito Nasima
Parato
Narsimha Yato
Yato Yami Tato
Narsimha
Narsimha
Bhagi
Mahisa
Narsimha
Hridaya
Hridaye
Narsimha
Narsimha
Narsimhadim Sharanam
Prabhati
Prabhate
Tava
Tava
Kara
Kara
Kamalavare
Varena
Adbhuta
Adbhuta Shringam
Dalita
Hiranyakashipu
Tanubringa
Tanubringa
Keshavadrita
Keshavadrita
Narahari
Narahari
Rupa
Rupa
Jai
Jaya
Jagadisha
Jagadisha
Hari
Hari
Jaya
Jai
Jagadisha
Jagadisha
Hari
Hari
Jaya
Jai
Narasimhadev
Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev
Jaya
Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya
Jaya
Prahlad Maharaj Jaya
Prahlad
Prahlad
Maharaj
Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj
Jaya
Jaya Prahlad
Prahlad
Maharaj
Jaya
Jaya Jaya
Prabhupada
Prabhupada Prabhupada
Prabhupada
Prabhupada Jaya
Jaya
Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya
Jaya
Gurudev
Gurudev Jaya Gurudev Jaya
Gurudev
Gurudev Jaya Jaya
Jaya
Gurudev
Gurudev विघ्न विनाशक नरसिंह भगवान की जय
Jai.
भक्ति शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय भगवद गीता एज इट इज की जय हरे कृष्णा वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधु च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. Yes, Mataji, please all of you do your chanting, and Uma Mataji, I'm very happy that you have come to the 16 rounds. Please try to do it on a regular basis. So this is what expected out of us, and everybody should try to reach that platform slowly. If you have reached fast, it's okay, but have a goal that I have to chant 16 rounds of Mahamantra. Then our path to spiritual world becomes very clear. We get purified and we can go back to Krishna this very lifetime.
Every round is sweet, Mataji.
Yeah.
So whatever I finish, I still feel like
doing
that's how
more
I was
and
able
more.
to.
That is what it is. It
That
shouldn't
is
be
how I
like
have
I just
achieved.
did one round and finish it off. You feel like doing more and more. But sometimes what happens, we have many things else to do. Yes, we can keep on chanting, but yes, hearing is also important, reading is also important, and distribution of Krishna conscious literature is also important. So therefore, it gets into many different activities. But chanting is actually very nice. One can keep chanting all the time. If you have developed that rasa, you can do it. That's what it is. Some people say, I will chant one quality round. But if you chant one quality round, if it is quality is there, you will feel like chanting more. How can there be a quality, nice quality, and you just stop with one? You like gulab jamun, you will take, yes, please, Shweta Mataji, you can live. You like gulab jamun, you will eat one more. If you like something, you will not just eat one, right? You will eat more. So similarly, you like chanting. If you're doing quality rounds, you will chant more. So everybody can do that. And I'm happy many of them are improving their chanting rounds, whatever you're doing. So let us use this life to serve Krishna. Just not getting some piety for some reasons. Yes, I will do this, I get it. But this is developing a love for Krishna. Love is different. Love is just not a responsibility. Like now we see that many people are rushing to Kumbh Mela because they want to get that piety. Yes, we can go. Absolutely. It's very nice. It's very good. But our goal should not be just that, okay, I went to Kumbh Mela, I became pious. Now I'm going back to Godhead. Now let me do whatever I want. No. Love means serving Krishna continuously. That is the real love. You love your children, you take care of them continuously. Even they go out of your home, when they come from hostel, you prepare them what they like. You talk to them, you try to know what they need. How can you help them? Will you just leave them? Okay, I took care of them for 20 years. Now it is their responsibility. Will we just leave them? No, because we love them. When that is understood, even within a material existence, then what about Krishna? We are all his part and parcel. So how do we show our love? By taking his names, by chanting his name, by offering him food. We are offering food to our family. So we also should offer food to Krishna. Not that Krishna is hungry. It is our love we are showing to Krishna. Whatever I got is by your mercy. So it first belongs to you. It doesn't belong to me. So it belongs to you. Therefore, you honor it first. Your remnants, I will offer. I will honor. So that's all, Mataji. The process is very simple and very easy to understand. Krishna conscious philosophy is not at all hard. Very, very simple process. But because we are complicated, so we are finding it difficult to understand such a simple process. Have you not feel that it is such a simple process? You don't have to do so much of yajna, so many this thing. Anybody can do, whether you're rich or poor, or anybody can do. There's no discrimination, nothing. Just we have to surrender to Krishna, that's all. Okay, Matajis. Thank you all for attending
Krishna,
the class.
Mataji.
I'm sorry if I have taken some extra time today. It's mainly to enhance the Krishna consciousness. That was the thing, just not reading the sloka and getting the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, but understand how one can become a devotee of Krishna. So I took extra time through this sloka to explain on the intelligence, real intelligence, how to use. I hope everybody else were okay. Was it anything out of context or anything you felt?
No, Mataji, thank you so much. I mean, it's just like, more explaining on the Durbuddhi and how it is going to affect and how it is going to take us away from Krishna consciousness. So you went a little bit like, deeper into it, that is all. But I think that is, like, that gave a good understanding of how we should come.
Because we don't read all these books, Mataji. Yeah, only through a guru we understand it. Yeah, only from Bhagavad Gita we anyway have the text. But we can't, we are tuned to see everything the way you teach us. So it's
But it
good,
is just
Mataji.
because the years of time that I spend in reading the Prabhupada's books and in hearing to Prabhupada. So that thing I'm just sharing with it. That is also by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. They have given the intelligence for me to speak. If I think I am doing by my own self, then that is again, I will have a durbuddhi for myself. So knowing that the intelligence is also given by Krishna, because devotion comes by mercy. Material knowledge is learned by material intelligence, but spiritual knowledge is learned by mercy, not by intelligence. Through mercy, we get intelligence. Only by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, this knowledge can come. And to get the mercy, there should be some endeavor. Today, many people are trying to go to Kumbh Mela. They're not taking some endeavors, taking a flight or taking a train and from there walking a long distance. So is this not an endeavor? So we all have to take a little bit of endeavor so that the mercy comes. Mercy is already flowing. Prabhupada books are there everywhere. Hare Krishna chanting is there. Sankirtan movement is there. We just have to capture it. That's all. It is flowing. That's what when I asked my Guru Maharaj, please give your mercy. He said, mercy is already flowing. You just have to catch it. There's mercy is there for all of us. We just have to catch it by little bit of our own endeavors also, which we have to do for any reason, even in material world. Anything, whether you want to have a good job, good career, or good studies, or good universities, endeavors are required. And how in the spiritual world alone you can do any nonsense you want and you can obtain God? And people are also believing that. That's not correct. Because people's intelligence has been lost. Durbuddhi. People have come to that intelligence of the ignorance. So therefore, we need to educate people with Bhagavad Gita as it is, so they understand the purpose of their life. Okay, Mataji. Today, most
Hare
of the
Krishna.
people are in the Durbuddhi situation. So we should understand how to purify their intelligence. For that, first, we need to purify our own intelligence. Then only we can purify others. Isn't it, Mataji? Okay. Vancha kalpatarusya kripa sindhu bhaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnav vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Ki jai.
Bhagavad Gita as it is ki jai.
As it
Hare
is ki jai.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.